Alright guys, well, you will not believe the struggle that was to get that set up. I might just be stupid, but it took absolutely forever. I think it might have been previously disconnected or something. But let me announce in the Discord really quick that I have gone live so we can get this party started a little bit, huh? How does that sound? How y'all doing today? Oh, no worries, Parrish. No worries. Okay, let's get after it. So, basically, working on a new title, which I'm pretty excited for. And gonna be live streaming some of that today. What's up, Bobby? And doing a little bit of coding work. Fawn, how's it going? This is some artwork that I was working on for it. I'm not going to tell you guys outright directly what the game is. What's up, Celica? What's up, Dior? I want to let y'all kind of piece it together what you do. I don't want to give you all of it right now. So, pause with that, by the way. Before we start, though, how's everybody doing? Are we all doing good? All having good days? I had a fantastic day. Just ready to cap it off with some of this, right? Alrighty. Live at 12 a.m. Hey, come on, it's only 10. We got a long night ahead of us, guys. I actually don't know that. I'm not entirely sure how long tonight's gonna be for us, but it'll be a good time. Doing well. What's up, C? What's up, Andy? What's up, y'all? I don't know how much, like there's not really gonna be like, any of this stuff. Is gonna be kind of just like relaxing, put it on the back, fall asleep to, that kind of thing. So, what's up, Epic Pickle? Hey, what's going on, Parrish? Yeah, man, get back to work. Get back to work. Appreciate that, Eric. Well, I say we just get after it. I don't even know how much I feel like doing artwork stuff right now, if I'm being completely honest. You'll see a couple things here. You'll see this planter's box. You'll see some sort of ball, right? Some sort of, maybe you can't guess what that is. And then some little golden nugget here. You have a sign, looks to be a stone, and it looks to be a log. Just leaving the bar, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, I appreciate that, Fawn. Hey, real quick, would y'all mind hitting the like button on the stream before we get started? It really helps out the analytics for whatever reason, I don't know. The YouTube likes the like bar or the like button to be hit. So I'd really appreciate that if y'all could do that really quick as I'm getting things kind of booted up. Why is it giving Minecraft? Okay, so that's what we actually like to hear. That's what we like to hear. That's sort of what I was going for. What's up, Brown Eyes? And hopefully my computer doesn't get too loud. I'm actually going to close out of that file really quick, and we're just going to immediately switch over to Unity. Chris, good to meet you, Chris. Aldolfo, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get it started in here, y'all. Looks nice. I appreciate that, Faye. I appreciate that. Yeah, it needs some work, but. And you know what I'm going to do? So that you guys can see the entire. I'm debating how I want to do this, right? Unity seems like the least important things are on the bottom right, so I'll stick around right there. I do want you guys to be able to see my script. Is one thing. So I wonder if I can run that like that, and then at the same time, let me pop open a script here. Let's do Canon. Then we can get these rolling side by side. Have a cool little dual monitor thing going, I guess, if you believe in that. capture here. I want, yeah, Visual Studio. Okay, y'all, it's coming together, it's coming together. Okay. Well, that'll be good enough, right? Did you make money, or is it a flop? Low-key flop, but like, it was just kind of, I was stupid when I made it. I mean, I'm stupid now, but I was really stupid when I made it. But I still I like the game. Like, I think it's a fun game. I'm glad I made it, but I don't game too much, honestly. Hey, Keegan, good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that. I'm a baddie, it's crazy. Yeah, completely from scratch. I feel like that's just how you have to do it. Because Godot, I've actually never used Godot. I've been a Unity for lifer. But I haven't made a game in probably like 8 months. Maybe longer. Maybe 9. I don't know. Anyways, though. Never played. You're a fake fan, bro. Fake ASF, nah. It's not worth it. Don't go play it. I remember around last year, the year before, you're also making games. It's the same one. Nah, different game. Different game. But anyway, let's get into it. So what I wanted to do tonight was a couple things. So we need, let me actually write this down on the screen. That's what would be really nice for me, to remember this, right? So one, we kind of need an inventory system. And from there, we'll be able to pull like a building. I already kind of have a building system in place, but these are the two really big ones. Inventory, really just like, this is more like connecting inventory, just connecting builds. And honestly, that might be enough for 2 hours. Those are the kind of problems I think, so we'll put these somewhere. I kind of like right there. How'd you learn how to code? YouTube. I learned how to code from YouTube. What's up, C. Lopez? All right. First up, inventory system. So I'm trying to picture in my head. Let me show you guys what I see in my head for an inventory system. Like if I was to code one, this is what I would do. Is that it? Or is that it? There we go. Sorry if that just killed one of you guys with the bright light. If I was to do an inventory system, in my mind, oh, that's not at all what I was having in my mind. You have like a 2D array, and we can fill it. I want to do like just like a enum system, where it's basically like every inventory item has a number associated with it, and then we can pull up our inventory. See, I don't know if I want them to be able to have like a huge inventory box though. You know what I mean? Like I'd almost prefer for them just to have like maybe like 10 items or something. Oh yeah, definitely red area, definitely. Are you trying to make a Minecraft copy, or what is this game? Hey, you'll see, you'll see. But So I think you definitely have to do a... No, it's just me. It's just me, Dior. How many items do I want the player to have? That's the question, because you have to be able to place down plots. You have to be able to put down crops. You have to be able to put down towers. So kind of a few, honestly. So maybe we do need more of like a Minecraft thing like this, which is fine. I just need to figure out how many I want. So maybe we do like, how many is Minecraft? I just need to look this up. Minecraft inventory. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Y'all, is it shameless? Hey, I appreciate that, Gen XSP. And now we're 1 out of 10. 10% there. Appreciate that, man. Are you a car person? I like trucks. I don't mind cars, though. Are we so shameless that we're gonna copy Minecraft bar for bar here? Are we that shameless? I feel like I really don't mind doing it. Ask ChatGPT for inspo. Honestly, that's not a horrible idea. Should we see what he says? Y'all are gonna see my my previous. Can I close that? I was yeah, last minute travel gifts. Don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about that. Low cost catfish baits. That was for my catfish bait that I have made at this point. Last time I used ChatGPT for it was yesterday, but anyways. I am developing a crafting tower defense game where you farm. How many inventory slots should... I think they're gonna need a lot, honestly. Casual friendly. Yeah, they're not gonna need... I think probably like 25 would be a good number. Let's see, can we make that, or maybe 20. Yeah, I like that. Or do you bring it out one more? 25, 26, 27, 28. I think you do that. So we have, what is this? 4 by... That seems appropriate to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 by 6. That's a nice number. Okay. I've never made one of these before. Bomb, I like that idea, but like I'm at the part of the prototyping right now where you just have to get stuff on. You know what I mean? You just gotta make stuff and you just gotta get it done. So we're going 4 by 6. I like that. Let's hop into our player action because I think this is where we'll store it. And we're gonna do a, we'll just call it item. That seems to be pretty easy. And this is actually where having an inventory system is gonna make it easier, because if you have something in your head, in your hand, you can flip through, or like different kinds of items will make different things available. So it actually almost makes it a little easier. How often do you go live? Not very often, Brown Eyes. 4 by 6. Are you gonna do cowboy cards? I don't know what that is, if I'm being honest. So first item that we'll have, Probably a planter's box, honestly. So we'll call it a planter. And that is technically space. I don't know if I need to specify. I don't think so. Planter, and then but there has to be other things like a watering. Like you have to have a watering bucket too. But that's okay, that can come at a later time. Planter, and I feel like carrot. Carrot will be the first crop that we make. Okay, easy enough. Let's get some input for an array. So we need a item array, and we'll call this inventory equals new item. Sorry, I lied. It's a 2D array, and we called it 4 by 6. Is that length? I gotta make sure I'm doing that right. I think it might technically be 6 by 4. 2D array. I had that in Fort Worth. You should do a fishing game, bro. I do love fishing. Oh no, I was right the first time. 4, 6. Okay. So I never second guess yourself, guys. So we have an inventory of 4 to 6 items, and at some point we are going to need to display them on the screen. I don't know if that's a right now problem, as much as it is something for later. It's also, we're going to copy Minecraft kind of like hand for hand and have the little hotbar. So you know, like you have your inventory and then you can switch stuff in and out of your inventory. And so we're going to have a hand, which is essentially just going to be the last line of our inventory, if that makes sense. So we really don't need, it's just going to be technically row 3, and then column 1 through 6. And we need to always be populating that on the screen, right? So we're going to make some UI for the first time in our game. So let's go here, and yeah, we'll make some images first. I need to go 2D onto the canvas, and this is going to need to be render camera. Where did that go? This is not entirely right. Because I think as this moves, yeah. Maybe that's fine. Screen space camera or screen space overlay? Well, it's technically an overlay. A red area, I appreciate that. You're obsessed with cars, huh? Okay, what's your favorite car? Yeah, that'll be fine. Now we're going to create an empty, and this is going to be our inventory holder. And we're going to have essentially 6 items in this Minecraft Lives. I think they still should be up, right? I think they're still up. Anyways, we're going to have 6 images within the inventory holder. So this needs to have a horizontal layout group. That's what it is. Spacing. Oh, yes. This is what it is. We'll call it 5, 5. Spacing 5. Child alignment. Middle center. And we should just be able to span these. So that's 6. Obviously it's not actually going to be that big, right? But we need control size of the children. No, manipulative. Okay, that's fine for now. And we'll anchor it right there. Guys, I know this looks like buns, okay? We're gonna make it look like the tiniest bit better here, but not by much. Not a raycast target. Yeah. So now we're gonna have inventory items. Yeah, it's gonna be bad, Sev. How many cars? Give me your top 5. Give me your top 5. Oh, you're right. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Sorry guys, it's been a minute since I've done this, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good. So this is gonna be take this. This is gonna be an inventory item. So we have the background, and then we're gonna need another image, and this is gonna be item image, and it's gonna be, hey, appreciate the 10, bro. I've asked you before, Max, but do the rock eyebrow. Alright, bro. That's what you get. That's what you get. I remember that email. Sorry I couldn't do that. I appreciate the donation though, Red Area. That's nice of you. You didn't need to do that. But hey, it's 2 for 10 now. Okay, we're not gonna worry about the image for right now, but we have the holder there, which is what really matters. So now if we can make 6 of those like that, that looks pretty good to me. As far as hotkey like numbers, we are gonna want something on there, right? So let's go text, yeah. Sure. Import TMP essentials, why not? No, it's fine. And then let's just make it like this blackish color. And put it in the middle. We don't need all that. We can probably go 20 auto size, and then stick this at the top right corner. Bottom left maybe. Yeah, that's fine. These will actually all have their own script. And this is going to be hotbar. That's what we should call it, hotbar item. Okay, let's get into some of this, shall we? Greetings from Austin, Texas. What's up, people? Max, I haven't got a stream in a minute. I remember the Minecraft and coding streams, dude. I know it's been a minute, huh? It's been a while. You see my car list? Let me check this out. Porsche Cayenne, GTS, Range Rover, Audi SQ8, BMW X5 Comp, BMW X6 M Comp. That sounds like a lit list, bro. I do like that Porsche. I do like that Porsche. Okay. Okay, interesting. Don't need any of that really. You want a few things. You want a void assign item, and the input that this is going to take is going to be an item, right? Makes sense? Item assigned item. I know this might look funny, but it's all going to be very necessary. Okay, we're probably going to want a static class called item information that just holds a bunch of inventory item information. Oh, can you not? I think you should be able to hear anything. What's up, Arcana? Some other things that we're going to want a reference to this UI image, right? So, ooh, is it UI or UI elements? I don't know. Good question. I'm going to serialize this too, just so we can verify a couple things. Okay, that's all pretty easy. Really what we'll need to do here is if we're assigning an item, we're going to do item image. Yeah, that's not right, because it wouldn't be. I think this needs to be UI elements like that. Yes, totally. And then what we're going to do is something that we haven't set up yet. So in game manager, come in here and we do inventory. No, we'll call that item information. So we're going to make a singleton. That's what it's technically called. Fact, store in the discard. Did I end up catching anything? No. You're my favorite YouTubers. Appreciate that, Chris. I had to turn the volume way up to hear anything. I apologize. I wonder if I can fix that. This microphone is like, I kind of had to put it down a little bit because I can't get it up here for whatever reason. I'm kind of talking a little quiet because I got family. You doing live on TikTok? I have not been on TikTok in a long time, if I'm being honest. Unfortunately. Okay. Why is this not? Oh, it's because I'm getting a. I need to delete that for the script to compile. Okay. Now to open item information. So, this is always fun, right? This is why you just take code from yourself. I want this, and then don't need that, and don't need that. A couple things here. You're going to want a public array. Sorry, that is not how you make an array. Public image. Ooh, basic. Visual. This is not related to. Let's see, what is this? I was using the wrong one. UI toolkit framework. And this is going to be item images equals new image, and it'll be of an unknown length, probably just 2 for now. Is there no sound? Did you study game design? No. No, right, Pickle? I was honestly surprised myself. Thanks, chicken nuggets. Brady, I started making games when I was like 14. Glad you like it, Seth. Okay. So made the images. This is what I was talking about earlier. I do appreciate the 10, brother. You know what? For you, I can do a little alternating rock. I don't know. I'm so curious why you like it so much, but. And then maybe, yeah, that's all I got for you though. I'm embarrassed. I feel like I never get embarrassed, but that just makes me, that makes me a little embarrassed if I'm being honest. Thank you so much for the 10 though. I appreciate that. Yeah, hey, shout out area. Everybody say thank you to them in the chat. Okay, so we got the images set up. Now we need to go back to hotbar item and do item image dot, it's not texture, is it? No, it's just image equals item information dot instance dot item images at, so this is where things get interesting. Turn that item enum back into an integer technically to run it through, and that didn't work. Cannot. Okay, so I think I am using the wrong one here. So this needs to be unity.ui, right? And this needs to be texture maybe? Source? Sprite? That does not make sense for it to be sprite. What are you? Let me see what you are. This is not helpful to me, unfortunately. Man, how do I reference you? This isn't like a... Let me run image. So maybe this has to be... Maybe item information, I need this to be sprite, technically. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it'll work. If I can reference it, then I'll know that it actually works. Those eyebrows were personal attention. Is it HTML? This is C#. That's funny, Area. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. Okay. Oh yeah, so that does work. Okay. Cool, I guess. What else? So we got the images set up for the hotbar items. We're not really... You know what we should do, just to be like funny, is just flip the Minecraft inventory. So it's like, oh no, we didn't really copy Minecraft. It's flipped. It's the opposite. Is there a specific place to keep up with it? Not really, Julian. Just the Discord, honestly. I'm so much slower when I stream though. Okay. So now the question becomes, what item the player has selected in their hand, right? So now we're gonna make it, it's gonna be pretty easy. It's gonna be int hotbar selection. I'm gonna change this to 1.
depending on what kind of item we have, that's going to drastically change what we're able to do. But instead of having to create a case for every single item that we have, we need to do something that's like a little smarter. So we don't have to do something like genius, but I'm thinking what we do is we segment it off into, so let me show you guys what I'm thinking. Maybe. I'm just thinking we segment it off into like, okay, I can place this, I can place this in a planter, I can shoot this, that kind of thing. Because that's really the main actions. Place on the ground, place in a planter, or use this in like some sort of interactable way, whether it's like a axe, whether it's a gun, whether it's a like some kind of watering device. So let's start off with the first case, which is the case that we have something in our hand that we can put on the ground. So there's hotbar selection. You know what we actually do need to is a none, which can be -1. Actually, none should technically be 0, because if I'm using none in an array, it would have issues with -1. And this is going to be so there's hotbar selection and item selection. What is a natural equation of nature? It's a beautiful question. Yeah, it's true, Julian. That's true. I also just, I don't know. I know I said I wasn't going to do this. So there is going to be a switch statement here. But there is a better way. I'm thinking, in my head, I'm seeing like ranges. So like if I have a range that starts at 0, so maybe that's better than a switch statement. So first of all, if item selection does not equal none, then we actually have something. And then if item selection, if the int version of that is greater than 0 and what's one here? Int item int. This is just already becoming disgusting. Is less than 2 because that's where the caret starts. So now we know this is the zone for what I would call buildables. And then there would be a zone for plantables, and then there would be a zone for shootables. Right? Oops. And then this would be greater than 1 and less than 3, just right now. Oh, I'm not going on one, Lulu. Should have told me. see me. Couldn't see me coding. Okay. And then shootables doesn't really exist right now technically, but it's going to be greater than 2, right? And less than 4. No, wait, I'm actually so stupid. No, I'm right. Yeah. And then you can have other ranges in there too. Or other things in there too. This looks fine for me right now though. So if we can build something, then if we press down mouse button 1, our input changes, right? And versus whether if we can plan something versus whether if we can. So that's really what this is about. So this is some code I wrote for a buildable earlier, which is for a technically, what did I put it as? Build position. Did I just hard code something in there? What's the 0? We should figure that out. Array. I understand all this. Let me remember what I wrote. Build type, okay. So this is fine. A better way to do this would be, because we have all of our builds in an order that starts directly after 0, what we could do is we could go to player action and we could go item int -1, right? But it wants a build type, which is fine. You can just move it into that. That should work, as long as we are smart. And I'm gonna write a note up here. Make sure that all buildables are after 0. Nothing in between. So that's fine. As long as we're like smart about that, it'll be okay. Bros in the zone, facts. Careful, a maze of mirrored information spins fast. He molds the code. Very interesting. Okay. Now we need to figure out some way for our item selection to be. Let me just start by doing this. Let me just go item selection equals item.planter. And then we'll see if it actually works. How's that? How's that, pal? Huh? How's that? Let's see if this works. So if it'll work, you'll be able to tell it works if, yeah, okay, so it works, wonderful. Sweet. That's obviously not what the planter looks like, right? But for now it is. Okay, back to the code. We have more to do. Right now what we're doing is we're assigning the inventory right off the bat, but what needs to happen is the player obviously actually needs to be able to select it and like move through different things. So how do I want to do this? Couple things. We're going to want not an information,
a if input get key down key code dot, give me tab is a good one for this. Then we'll create a little function on here. I'm not going to do anything with this right now, but this, I just need it for my head. We need some way to essentially grant the player items. Does that make sense? We need some way to grant the player items. And right now we don't have that. It shouldn't be too difficult. I just want to figure out the right place to do it. And is it world information? Probably not. Is it item information? Maybe. Maybe. That's not a horrible spot. We'll do it here. Now, I immediately move out of there. Because in order for this to work properly, we probably want our player action to be a singleton. This is fine because people sometimes get a little nervous when you start using a lot of singletons, and that's totally valid. But I know for a fact that there's only going to be one player at a time for the whole game. So void, I'm going to say add inventory. Yeah, why not? And matter of fact, let me take out item. Let me take item out of that and move it into here. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense. Honestly, I might take player action out of this too. I'm gonna take inventory. This might make more sense to me. So add inventory, and what we need is an item to call to add, right? The way that this is essentially going to work is we have to, let me show you guys. Where's my window capture? There it is. We have to move to the boxes. So if we're 4 by 6, we have to check here, 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 so on. You get the point. For if we want to add an item, like I don't want to just add one right next to the other one. Or like if if it can be put into another piece of inventory, like in a stack, then I want it to be able to do that. So we also can't necessarily put like we can't put two. Sorry, I'm thinking in my head right now. One way we could do it is that the inventory automatically sorts. So unlike Minecraft, it automatically always moves up into the hotbar. I don't love that though. The other way is that you could keep an active list of the things that are found in the inventory, or you could just run the inventory twice to see if I gotta respond to this text super quick.
do you think? This implies he is evil. I don't think he is, right? Am I evil? Sorry, guys. Did I miss something? Let me... The problem is, this microphone is just very quiet. And I have the audio input capture turned all the way up. I wonder if I could make a double... Advanced. Here we go. Wait a minute. Let me drop it on 10. Okay. Is that better? That might be better. Is that better? Let's see. Remove that. I'll probably even turn it up a little bit more. Okay. Hopefully that's like perfect. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't know that I had the ability to change that, so I apologize. So add inventory. This is hard because you want it to be like efficient and to go in the right spots, but you also want to do it in a way that makes sense, right? So I think I'm just going to do 2 passes. And if, I guess we need the item. I think I'm going to ignore the number for now. Or maybe, because I don't anticipate anything really. I'll just do item. Oh, this is tricky though. Let's just do this. For int I less than 4 I plus plus j. See, it knows. It's smart, man. That's not a comma. That's a semicolon. Yeah, this is how we're going to want to do it. If inventory oh shoot, so we need to actually keep 2 of these, right? Because there's inventory item, and there's inventory count. Right? Because you can't technically store it. Now what you could do is you could create a custom class . Hey, no problem, Seth. Use a hash map. I'm gonna be honest, Grace. I don't have any idea what that is. Yeah, for every item though, this is kind of a pain. Like, you don't want to do that. Yeah, because you need every item. I think it makes most sense, honestly, to make a class, right? Or like a, not a class, what's it called? A struct, right? Couldn't we do that and call it inventory item? This might not be right. And then you have an item inside of it, and you call it item. And then you have an int inside of it, and you just call it count.
And then what we could do instead is we could do inventory item. Inventory items. Nah, that seems super valid to me. Yeah, I don't know what a hash map is. Should I look into this though?
Is it really gonna help that much? It's also like, what's the, like, is there that big of a benefit? Special item, you have to iterate over the complete list, is very expensive when you have a large list, a hash table. Like a dictionary. Okay, I do like dictionaries. Oh. Every object get hash code method. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I'm very good at coding. This looks pretty complex. Just what I'm looking at right now. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys can't see it. I think I'll be able to figure out. I understand the complexity thing. It's definitely something I should learn, Derek. I don't want to learn it right now. But maybe this is why I've never built an inventory system like this. Because I've just been too much of a moron. I feel like the struct is definitely the way to go here. Like the 2D struct array. That makes the most sense in my mind. But yeah, the hard part's going to be adding items. Is it worth doing this right now? I appreciate that, Star. I don't know. I don't think inventory is the vibe right now. As much as I want to complete it, and I probably should, it's like... Might be better for me to do it offline. Because it's going to be so much easier. I wonder if chat could do something for this. Should I see? Okay. I need a Unity hash map for adding inventory to a 4x6 2D array. You help me add inventory efficiently. Yes, Derek, like Minecraft. Native hash map. Oh, I'm not using dots. Please don't. Okay, so he's using, or chat is using a... This is very interesting. I'm the same way. I almost never ask chat for coding stuff. Just because a majority of the time I'm like, it's kind of fun to figure it out yourself. But let's see. So, yeah, this is fascinating.
Oh my gosh. Bruh. What? See, he's doing, this is literally what I was doing though. What? And I gotta, is this really a hash map? Using might not be the best direct fit grid you actually want to use. See, this is what I was doing. I was using a 2D array. You can use a dictionary or a native hash map. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, so he was pretty much just doing what I was doing. Or he or she, whatever ChatGPT identifies as, I don't know. There are some good ideas in this though that I'm definitely stealing. Respect, chat. Like, so I was off by the struct, so it should have been a class, right? We technically already, ooh, do I like the string ID more? More than the, I don't hate it. I'm honestly switching to chat's thing. Well, Woodstone ID, The history's funny, I know, right? What's up, Edwin? Sev. Hey, man. I've never really done strings for IDs like this, though. I usually almost always stick to integers through enums, right? But this is kind of interesting. I guess it really wouldn't work super well with the system that I already had going, so maybe I do just stick back to this item. I'm gonna call it item ID, right? I like item ID more than just item because this is gonna be item. And then public item ID, and we can just call it ID. That's fine. I'm weird though, so I like it like that. And then we will want a public string name. That's cool. What? Oh. That's fine. I know, that's what I was thinking, Derek. Oh, facts, Epic Pickle. That's the truth, my man. Y'all should join up on the Discord for real. Okay, so let me put away chat so you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. So I took the idea to switch it from the struct to the class, and int max stack. It has to be something different, right? Like it has to be like 100. It has to be 99. I'm not straight up taking 64. Taking 64 for Minecraft would be crazy. That would be something, yeah. Really, Epic Pickle? Why do you say that? And then they have a slot. So this is interesting. So they have a class for item and a class for slot. Quantity. Public pool is empty. Item equal null or quantity is less than or equal to 0. Same thing. Okay, I like this a lot better than what I was doing. Inventory. Let's see what they had going on here. keep item images there. Grid, you call this one inventory, I think. That just makes more sense to me. So on awake, what it's doing in the awake function. Let's analyze this. Let's figure out. Because it's one thing to just copy and paste the code, right? But let's figure out what it's doing. So inventory is new slots. So it's taking our inventory 4x6 and it's just populating it with slots. And at some point, so it's using the constructor class for slot, which actually doesn't exist. So it's just making something with item, null, quantity, random. Or maybe it sets it to 0. I don't know. Instantiating ints, it's kind of interesting. But I guess item will be null anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right? And then they have this add item. This huge add item script. Look at this. I mean, it's just enormous. I'm going to go through and read this and figure out what it's actually saying. Did I change max stack? No, I just didn't make it public. Did chat do that? Or did I do that? I did that. Sorry. What's up, AJ? This is already efficient for most inventory. You can drag, drop, hotbar, chest linking. Bro, this is actually crazy. Okay, let's figure out what it's doing though. Try stacking to existing slots. Slot is empty and slot ID and quantity is less than max stack. So it's seeing if it exists, if the IDs are equal and the quantity is such that we can add another space. It's figuring out how much space is left, and then we're adding how much we can, quantity plus add amount. Quantity minus, if quantity is less than or equals 0, return true. Hopefully it's not less than 0. That would be interesting. Fill empty slots. So what is it doing here? Try stacking existing slots. Okay, I see. So if there's no piece in the existing slots, then we're going to add to our empty slots. Okay. Not all items could be added. So this will be something that we return to in the future. So it's a bool. Okay, that's perfect. This is actually pretty well done by chat. As a non-STEM major, I'm not a STEM major either. I studied accounting. But I think that this stuff is pretty interesting to do for fun. I'm not very good at it, but there you go, Celico. Okay, so this was freaking awesome. In conclusion, I want to know what else it can write. How far can we take ChatGPT tonight? What else do we need written? Can you write the code to manage the inventory UI so that I can move and drag things around the screen or around the inventory. Also integrate a hotbar similar to Minecraft's that shows up on the player's screen at all times. This is just fascinating. So I'm saying create the code to manage the inventory UI so I can move and drag things around the inventory. Integrate a hotbar similar to Minecraft that shows up on the player's screen at all time. Ideally, you would also code in a selection
slash currently selected item, what's the right word? Item, process, ability. So ideally, you'd also code in a currently selected item. Yeah. I don't want to mess it up with that last line. Bro, this is crazy. That's facts. Epic Pickle. I don't even know how many people are watching now, to be honest. I don't even look at the stats when I'm doing these things. Warning, the stream. What? Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see if this works. He said absolutely. Let me know if you want one over the other. Below is the UGI. Okay, good job. GUI. Yeah. UI toolkit. So I think this is new. I think this is something that Unity has been developing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bro. Well, this is already something that we have. So this is fine. You know what's bananas? Is that I was literally writing dude, this is crazy. No, this is C#. I don't think it's. I don't know. I learned C++ in college though. Yeah, this is bananas. I'm definitely using this, just to be completely transparent. The thing is, I don't feel horrible because you at least have to know enough. See, the problem is that it's still using the ID string. Oh, that was from my previous one, sorry. That's pretty crazy. So it wants me to make a scriptable item. So scripts, or a scriptable object, sorry, I apologize. So maybe it's gonna be like, you are so stupid. Dude, why haven't I been using this literally the whole time? That's hilarious. Scriptable object, cool. It's just freaking fascinating. Yeah. So the one thing is that we are going to change. I don't understand what it's doing with this string ID is the one thing. What's up, Bobby? The enum just really does make more sense in my head. But I'll walk through this and see what other parts it has.
like that it's interested in, right? I am gonna split it up a little bit and kind of I guess make this like a little more organized than just all in my inventory information. Yes, Adriana, but the thing is I'm literally using ChatGPT right now. Just to be abundantly clear. What's up, Dan? Big fan of your last name, by the way. There's a basketball player that plays for University of Houston. How's that last name? Very skilled player. Anyway, dude, this is just crazy. I'm sorry. I promise at some point I'm going to be done just being shocked by this. But yes, yes. So now we will need to take this out of item information. Like so. We're going to change some things. This is technically going to be inventory slot. Yeah, that's fine. Just need to go like that. That's fine. That's item ID, new item ID. So now this is because our item and our it wants a whole nother. What's so interesting? Maybe this isn't a bad idea. This is, yeah. Here since 10K. Jeez, Kendall Carter. Nice, Nick. It's not too bad, Dan, especially when you're cheating with ChatGPT. Oh, nice, Jaden. I mean, this is... I'm going to copy and paste this in. I'm going to read it and figure out what it's doing. Okay, so it's making a singleton. Rows, columns, hotbar size 6, inventory, grid, hotbar. This is what I had in my mind. Perfect. This is just a singleton part, singleton specific. Grid, wonderful. Hotbar, K. This is just adding the slots. The second we make the game, it's filling them with emptiness. Same with our hotbar. Swap slots. Wow. Slot A, slot B. Okay, I understand. So this is going to be part of the UI integration. That's what it's doing right there. Yes, Jaden. Is he checking chat? Oh, I'm cheating. I'm not checking chat. I'm copying chat right now. Hey, Ronaldo. Welcome. Handles dragging. Okay. This is just crazy. So this is the last script, I think. See, my uncle's making an app. He's made probably a couple apps at this point, and he's started his own business and was super successful. But I heard that he hasn't done a single lick of coding, and I was like, huh, interesting. Maybe I'm just so stupid for coding just everything. Like, look at this. So this actually looks very familiar to me because my last game was so UI driven. Yeah, Epic Pickle. They're just underperformers. But so all this stuff, this pointer down, pointer right, pointer up, that's very familiar. Unfortunately. Some of these things, not super. That looks familiar. That was from a bunch of my card actions. Drug the cards all over the screen. Okay, this is... pretty crazy. Now comes the hard part, right? Making it all work. Oops. Huh. Yeah, it's really hard to do everything, Jaden. So red area, I think that I am gonna reinstate the Patreon, and at some point make it a new Patreon. I don't know when that's gonna be, but so not the horizontal group like I was hoping for, but it's all right. Oh, I want to check the score. Lakers. The Timberwolves beat them. Lakers in 5, baby. Oh, man. That's funny. We don't need all that space. Create a prefab for every single inventory slot. Add image, text, canvas group, and inventory slot. So I'm curious if this is going to work. Make a grid layout for the main inventory and hotbar. Create a script to auto-create the slots and bind items. This is... I'm sorry. I'm done saying that this is crazy. Was this already added? No. Inventory UI. Inventory slot UI. And like, of course you have to have a knowledge of how like Unity actually works to be able to use this, but still, it's crazy. Accordion break soon? My eyes snapped by the sound of a Patreon. 10 out of 10 would join again. Back to sleep, lol. I don't know, do y'all think I should? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Heck, why not? Yeah, that's crazy. So let's read. What is this doing here? Inventory grid parent, easy. Hotbar parent, easy. Slot prefab, okay. Can do that. Let's add a little prefab folder here. And yeah. Let's make a little empty object here, and we will add an image. We will add a text. We'll, yeah, it's, okay, can't do that. Alrighty. Alright, can't do that. Alrighty. Alright, can't do that. Oh. Let's see. Well, that's fine. What we can do is we can just add the UI text as a child. That's not a big deal. And just get like X here. Middle. I don't know, maybe call it 2020, how about? Showing up? Yeah, it is, okay. Yeah, it's not a huge issue. Canvas group, and okay, So it doesn't want to. I think I might. Yeah, that's got to be it. Item to end. Oh my gosh, we're about to get.
Oh, this is my script from before.
Yeah, this is cooked now. Don't worry about that. Item does not contain item selection, item dot planter. None of this matters. None of this matters. Honestly, guys, like I'll just redo all this. I know you might be like, are you insane? String and item ID. Okay, I knew this was going to be a problem at some point. Where is that? Yes. So we'll kill this. Item doesn't actually exist anymore. Well, maybe it does. I bet it will if we go like that. Item and item data. Cannot implicitly convert type. I wonder. Does this need to become item data? That's what it was. So we compiled. Now that means we should be able to add our things on here, which includes inventory slot UI. Yeah, that's crazy, Derek. I'm still a member. It shows on your list. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Jaden, that might be better. He's locked in. Yeah, I apologize. Thank you, Red Area. Quantity text. Oh, it's wanting a not text mesh pro item. It's just wanting text. It's acceptable. I wonder if I can add one on here now. I don't think so. Bound slot. Okay.
Not worrying about that. Grid layout group for main inventory and hotbar. And we're going to prefab this to inventory slot. And we're going to call this just UI maybe. Or sorry, quantity text. And we're going to go projects, not prefab. Yeah, prefab. Sorry, I doubted myself. Now there's inventory. We'll call it main inventory. And this is pretty much the same. Create a script and auto create the slots and bind them hotbar parent. Manager. Go in here. Look at my cute item information right here. Just completely and totally useless at this point. So I doubt that this is going to work first try. UI accordion break, so but let's see, maybe it will, I don't know. Okay, so we already have some sort of a reference issue. At inventory, oh, do I not have the inventory manager? It's going to be your issue. Okay, so the only problem is that how do I actually open it? And where is my hotbar? Okay, so it is there. Now I need to ask chat, how do I toggle between the two? You should hydrate? Facts. I'm gonna make a new one. I can tell that probably the biggest game with using chat is going to be keeping your head on straight, because it's going to want to create about 3 million classes, which is fine, but that's going to be the challenge, I think. And being like, oh my gosh, what did this do? What did that do? Inventory UI, which one is that? Maybe that. I'm going to change its name. So it's showing active, right? Maybe it's a problem with the prefab, honestly. Or do you think it's because there's no item associated with it? You know what I mean? So what if instead I added a little piece of script in here and I said, well, first of all, where's our, so we have item data. We should probably make some items. Scripts, inventory, item data, we need an actual scriptable object. this. Yes. Let's call this planter. Icon. Yeah, why not? Why not a little drop down arrow, huh? So I'm going to say key code P. And we're going to do inventory manager dot instance dot add. What is it? Item. This is the hard part. Inventory information, no. Swap slots, no. Oh, what was it? It wouldn't be inventory information, would it? Item information? It is item information. Information instance dot. You know what we're going to do? We're going to move everything from item information. Look, it's already over there. And we're just kind of doubling up on it right now. I'm going to ask if they can consolidate the item information. You consolidate this script and the inventory. Hopefully that worked. Inventory system, that's not what I wanted it to be named. Huh. Yes, there we go. Wonderful. It still has the swap slots, correct? No, it doesn't. This thing's funny, man. It's okay. We'll work around it. That's really all we care about right there, right? Inventory, it did change a couple names of some things. Like, started calling that calls for some reason. That's okay. Inventory is going to be grid. Oh, I did consolidate them. That's really awkward. I'm going to add the summary. That looks good to me. Now we need to come here and really just forget about our inventory or our item information, right? And go into our, instance add item, and we need to add an item. Well, new item. I don't know. Thanks, Casey. Hey, Hannah. Well, you know what we'll do instead? We'll do something that we need to do anyways. That exists. I'm going to say can you write a script for items that are able to be picked up and added to a player's inventory? They should move towards the player when the player is in proximity to them and be added to their inventory. They should move towards the player and when the player's in proximity to them and be added once at the player. Thank you, Epic Pickle. Hey, we're close. We're halfway there. 5 out of 10, y'all. I appreciate that, Epic Pickle. Hey, join the Discord if y'all haven't already. Yay, money. That's facts. I will realize $2.50 from that. Let's finish this chat prompt. So this is, instead of me doing something to artificially add a item, I'm going to ask chat to do something. Okay, perfect. This is what I was hoping it would do. This first line was the big thing that I wanted to see. Be sick. That'd be really cool. Yeah, pretty much Epic Pickle. That's okay. It's still fun for the stream. You know what I mean? It's fun for the stream. Maybe if I start streaming more, I'll add PayPal integration and like follower things to pop up. I would love a visual hover effect. Or even that might be not very, maybe it'll be fine. Hover. That'll be fine. Pickup item. I'm going to create a new folder called item. Create a new model behavior. Called pickup item. Done. Just kidding. Well, pretty much. Except there's a couple of things that I see where I need. This is fine. This is fine. This might actually end up being kind of cool. Peace out, Jane. Thanks, Jack. I'm doing fantastic. I hope you're doing good. It says that I should increase my bit rate. Do you just want to try it? Will it let me do it live? Probably not, right? Oh, it will. Okay. You guys let me know if that's... Oh. Got a shot, I guess. Whoa! Pickle! Jeez, bro. You're crazy with another 10? I appreciate that, big dog. Bro's trying it out. Bro's trying it out. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Okay. Let's get back here and try some stuff out. Now, this isn't how it's actually going to work. Well, I don't know. Maybe it will. Let's make this like 0.5 of its original size. Yeah. And then we're going to add a few things to it. So it needs a collider. Is trigger false? A rigid body. Very interesting. Schematic is true. Assign the correct item data to a scriptable object in the item data field. This needs an item. What is this? This is a pickup item, is what it is. And I have a compile error, so I have to fix that before anything compiles. Oh, it's because it's called grid, not inventory. That's true, Epic Pickle. You know what I thought would be funny? Is if I did one of those videos and I faked everybody out and I was like, I have to leave again. But then I was like, I better not. That almost made me laugh though when I thought about doing it. Thanks, Tanner. I'm having a freaking fantastic night, actually. What was I about to do? Pickup item. What's that here? Item data. Planter. Wow. That worked out great. That sphere is in no way, shape, or form big enough. Bro, that looks so lit though. Oh my gosh. That's so freaking sick. Is that not the coolest thing you guys have ever seen? Sphere obviously needs to be a lot bigger, I think. Well, maybe not. I don't think so. I think the sphere might actually be for other items that happen to fall by it. So I don't actually think that the sphere is, in my mind, the sphere was to detect the collision. You would unsub so fast. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Bro, that is so sick. Now the only problem is that it's quite literally going underground. If I start it right here, you know what I mean, would the same issue happen? Maybe that's what you have to do. Oh dear gosh, what's attacking me? That would have been funny. Okay, I'll tell you right now, that's not how it's supposed to be. Which is okay. Is that 0 before? Collect distance should be definitely closer. It should be like 2. Pickup radius should probably be 4. So I think that's really what the issue was, right? The collect distance wasn't big enough, and so it was colliding with me to get closer to my origin to collect. Yeah. So now if I set the position to 0.25, I bet that hopefully that hovers correctly now if it gets set to 0.25. Yep. Okay. And probably like 0.5 would be a better place to put it. So it's like less, you know. Hey, thanks, Creative Ricardo. Appreciate you. Greetings and citation. What are we doing? We're making a video game. The status of elasticity. So I think I found the reason why. So transformed opposition. Yes. But there's also maybe 0.4 would be better even. Hi Kylie. Do I look tired on stream yet? Be honest. You can say I actually look exhausted. So probably a little too high there. Maybe 0.3. And maybe you can tone down this to maybe like 1 point. Maybe 6. Nah, call it 5. That should be more than enough. Call this 0.3. Thanks for the chat, Red Area. 10th super on a live stream. You're a real one for that. You know that? Oh, I'm starting to realize you guys can't even see this. So this is what it looks like from the gamer's point of view. Appreciate that, Red Area. You should play more music around you. Honestly, I'm down. I don't want to sound uneducated. This is creating a video game, basically. I should hydrate though. I should really hydrate. That'd be a good idea, don't you think? Bruh. If I'm gonna do that, I need to go and get some water. Okay, can you guys time how fast I can go and get water? I'm being dead serious. Time it. 3, 2. Wait, do I have water down here? No, I don't. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, sorry, that actually... I apologize, that wasn't that fast. I also got some blueberries though. What's your guys' favorite fruit? "46 seconds, let's go." Raspberries are solid. I appreciate the ask for the challenge red area, but I think I'm good. Pineapples are fire too. All right. What else do we need to do tonight? Well, for one, I still don't even know if the camera works. Or if it does, then why? Let me test something. Okay, so that pops up on there. So it's got to be something with the prefab, don't you think? Oh, that's why. It should be a background image like that. Who knows, maybe that'll do it. Bananas are fruit. Yeah, where is the hotbar? So all these are just disabled for no reason. Go there. So in theory, huh? Thanks, Sirius. Appreciate that. I don't know if I'm gonna use that. Pickup item. I think this probably has something to do with my canvas. ask, what's the correct canvas setup for my inventory? For my inventory and good night, Gabs. I caught a little bit of the Lakers Timberwolves game. That one's fantastic. I love that whole series. Overlay. Match. Oops. System. Okay, it's already in there. Create the hotbar, always visible. Right click. UI panel, rename it hotbar.
Oh, I didn't even notice that before. Huh. Guess I've been doing it wrong. I said it's anchored to the bottom center. Match the width 480 and the height 80 to 100. We'll call it 80. And this should obviously be at 0, right? Or I guess maybe technically 40. We want a little bit of space though, so we'll call it 50. 60. Position Y 40, okay, about 40. Inside the hotbar, add 6. You need to remember horizontal layout group is a good idea. Enable child force expand on width. Set spacing if needed, it's fine. Optional use. Doesn't really matter, we'll do middle center. So this is going to be our new hotbar UI. And then we're going to create a new inventory UI with UI panel. Inventory UI. And set anchor to the middle center with a height of, or width of about 480 and a height of about 320. And then make it initially inactive. Inside the panel, grid layout group. And yeah, cell size 8080, that makes sense. So I need to go back and change constraint fixed column count of 6. 24. Or instantiate them from code. We instantiate them from code. Slot prefab structure. Let's check it out. That's why. That has to be why. That has to be why. How did I not notice that? That's actually frustrating. An image. Oh, that's why. Okay. Child item icon. Yeah, so that's, we don't have that. We don't have the background. See a floor. Child item count. Drag handler. Okay, we already did that. Hierarchy. Hotbar. Yep. Toggle active. Yep. Fence system. Connect to script. Yep, we already did that. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I think this will actually be functional now. Let's hope. Okay, so there was a reference error. It's not the end of the world. Yes. This makes sense. We had a lot of references to our objects, or previous objects that we'll need to now take care of. Maybe in player? Yeah. Inventory toggle, hotbar UI, inventory UI. There's also probably some in game manager. Inventory grid parent, hotbar parent. That should be good. Okay. So, alright. I'm so curious. That's gotta be why, is because they're setting the image, that's our icon image, and they set it inactive because we don't have anything in our inventory. But the issue is when I add something to my inventory in Inventory Manager, it's not updating any of my slots, right? So how should the Inventory Manager update the inventory slots when an item is added or removed from the player's inventory? And I'm using chat, by the way. So keep the UI data synced, call fresh UI. Okay, so inventory slot UI. We already have most of this. Yes, yes we do. Item quantity, refresh UI. This is really what you're looking for right here, or what I'm looking for. Let's move over. Wow, I just closed every single tab on my computer. There we go. And let's go into our inventory manager. Refresh UI, that's what you're after. And this is just going to be columns. This is going to be grid. Slot UIs. This is something that we don't actually have yet, that we're going to need to make. Let's do that. It might be most helpful, so we have an inventory manager, and we should have like an inventory UI. Yes. It's going to be easiest to get the list of slots from this, right? Like, let's look at it. If we need to make a list of our slot UIs and a public list, it's going to be easiest to do that from our inventory UI. Right? Slot UIs. In this, I lied to you. I lied to you. Instead, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go slot UI. So is that what that wants? Yes, it wants the slot UI. Ooh, of both the inventory and the hotbar? Does that update the hotbar as well? I did not color my hair.
actually separate. Yeah.
Well, let's see. How's it working right now? Yes, public list. Yes, that makes sense. Yes. Does it have a swap UI somewhere in here? It's my inventory manager. Does it have swap slots? Can you add a... It's midnight. Oh, yeah. So we need to change our inventory slot UI. Just one. Add swap logic to inventory manager. That is horrid. Completely new system. Adding this. Assign indexes in Unity. It's giving architecture major. If only I understood what's happening in it right now. I'd be patient to do all this. I'll be honest, chat is handling most of this. The issue is going to be, because chat, like, it's changing its responses as we're moving along, right? So it's like, yeah, I'm building it, but I'm going to need to get it to a point and then cut it off and, like, finish that system. You know what I mean? So we need to change the... Is it? No. What's the one that spawns it in? Right? Is it inventory UI maybe? Yeah. I'm gonna say, can you rewrite this script to have the new functionality the same class name? Wow. Yes. And yes, this is what I was looking for. It was right here. after you is blonde. I don't cry. I'm not blonde. Good to know, Zeus. This recording will be on YouTube afterwards. Okay. That makes more sense now. That makes more sense. We're still not compiling. Never mind. We're compiling now. Let's give it a shot. And let's just see. Okay, so no, we're not. Object reference not sent into the object slot UI. Quantity.text. Okay. So now the issue is that we've made this new script for this and we haven't set the quantity text. And now it's asking for text mesh pro. Changed up on us. This is going to be the annoying part about, I guess it's technically UI text. It's going to be annoying part. Okay. Won't. Peak gameplay. It's funny, Emmanuel. Blah, blah, blah. Proper name, place name, backstory stuff. Yeah, so it's still not populating them. But that's because we've established this. It's because I don't have an item in my inventory, but now I should. So pause the game. Player, maybe? Where am I putting my inventory? Is it in Game Manager? I'm disappointed. So hotbar, UIs. Huh. So, oops, E, right? Yeah, okay. So this is movement in the correct direction because it populated in the inventory. What's the game about? I don't even know. No, it's kind of like Minecraft, except it's more about like fighting. So, similar to Minecraft, I want the item to go into the hotbar first if available, and then the inventory. Hotbar first if available in. So I want the item to go into a hotbar first if there is not a stack in the inventory, or there is a stack and it becomes full, or if the and it becomes full and there is room in the hotbar, or if the item is the first of its kind in the inventory or hotbar. Can you change the add item function in inventory manager to accomplish this? Minecraft-like behavior, thank you. Stacking the inventory first if there's already a partial stack. If that stack becomes full and a hotbar has a matching stack, stack into the hotbar. If no stack exists at all, prioritize.
still don't think that it's completely. Just make it exactly like Minecraft's. Thanks, Jeffrey. Like Digital Gladiator? No, more like Tower Defense. Yes, yes. There we go. That's more what I was going for initially. Don't do that. Don't. Okay. So this should work. I'm gonna go pick this up. Bro. There's still one in my inventory.
So add item. Hotbar.
So can I want to debug, see if it thinks it's placing the hotbar.
So it doesn't even think it's placing it there. So somewhere along this line, I less than hotbar length. Hotbar length is just inventory slot 6. That might not be the case. It might think that my hotbar length is actually 0. Let's figure this out. So that's what I was thinking. If at the beginning of the game, shouldn't that should move to 6, right? It didn't. That's why. This is the reason why we've been having some issues. So it's fine there. What we really need to be doing here is going hotbar equals new inventory slot size of 6. So that should fix our problem. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ramon. Program's really not my field, haha. I see let's code and get stressed up, honestly saying. You want to tangle the strings, right? Not even, Bree. I'm just trying to figure this out. I think that was it though. I hope. Oh my gosh, it worked. It freaking worked. And now if I open my inventory, it's not there. Life is beautiful. Life is just freaking beautiful. Okay. Next step, adding background images for all the slots. Actually should be really easy. Don't need any code for it. Now you can tell I'm starting to get tired. I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I'm gonna add background images and then I'm gonna go to bed. Because I'm freaking tired. This was a fun live though. Thanks, Barbara. I'm so happy that worked. Okay. Background images really quickly. I'll show you guys how easy it is. So we need an image to replace our current icon image. And it will go beneath the quantity text. And this will become our background. And now icon image will become that. And that should be it. Let's see. Move this so you can see. Yeah, there it is. See, do you see how now we have those slots down there and those slots up there? So when I go to pick this up, it'll populate that down there and I have that. So, yeah. I've been getting a lot of messages. I just got an email about my Patreon. Painting would be fun. I think I will have to go ahead and make a new Patreon for the channel. Yeah, what's fast? I'll make a video soon with my 100K plaque. I actually got it the first time. I got it all. But I'll make a new video with it. Just show it off, I guess. So, yeah. If you guys are interested in that. Peace out, Sev. Thanks for sticking around, man. Yeah, you saw it. If you were on the Patreon, you probably saw it on there. Well, that was a fantastic journey of wonder and funness. That inventory system was more than I was expecting to do, but super glad I did it. So the thing tomorrow would be making sure that you can actually swap between inventories and not just like, glitch them out.
between the inventory and the hotbar. It would additionally be building, so connecting the builds really would be the big thing. Quantity of stuff. Yeah, build is a big one. Variety of items and like how they interact with the world. Yeah. Good night, Kevin. So there's a lot to do. But kind of a fun little project. Spend some time on, right? Appreciate you guys watching. Leave a like. Go check out some of my new videos. And yeah. Hope that y'all keep enjoying the channel. Keep sticking around for more lives. Super important. Join the Discord. Link to that has been pinned. That's like the most important thing you can do for the community is join the Discord and hit the bell, all that. But yeah, I will see you guys later.